Hey guys, giving a little update on our chicken coop, and we're finally putting in the nesting boxes. They're actually now big. Before they weren't big enough to get up to the nesting area, and now they're successfully flying up there. And so we're gonna put that in there so that they don't really get it too dirty with their feces. So Bruce has prepared and made the nesting boxes out of bins that we got from Target. It's probably the cheapest, most efficient way to do it. That provides kind of the best kind of situation for them. For us, this is just for us. You can go ahead and buy the already pre-made ones, which are beautiful and they're gorgeous, but they're a little pricey. They even have the little paddings that you can buy for them, which also is great. Some of them are even like washable, reusable, so those are also really great. But this is what we're gonna do. Here is how he did these bins. So he just bought regular bins and he cut holes on the sides. For what reason? I have no idea, but I'm sure he would explain that. So they're on each side. I don't know if he's putting something through it or whatever the case is. There is a giant hole for them to get in, which he used some big machine to do. That's nice. Why are there holes on the side?
So they can breathe.
Ventilation. So ventilation. Ah, very nice. Huh. Science, right? Okay. Well, so those are the nesting boxes, and then let's take a little trip inside the coop. Mister, you can't come in here, okay? You have to back up.
You can go in as long as it doesn't bite them. Yeah, Judge, you can go in.
So ladies are just hanging out. This is where they all go to bed. All together. As soon as the sun starts setting, they all go in there, which is really cute. So as you can see, they have not yet gone up on this area. Ooh. Freak them out. They've been able to get up on this area. They've been having good access to up here, over here. So they're getting around. Here is our water bucket, which needs some insulation kind of to make sure that it's not dripping, because it's dripping. Oh, look at this guy inside the coop. Don't eat the poo. Don't eat the poo. So here's our nesting area. This is where we're gonna put the nesting boxes. Clearly you see that they've been hanging out over here, which, you know, it is what it is. So we also have the little mud baths and stuff. So right now Bruce is cleaning up the area, getting rid of all that poo to the best of his ability, so that we can stick those nesting boxes up there. We got these guys in the first weekends of February, so I think February 2nd. They were born the Tuesday prior, so they're about February, March, April, 2 months and 2.5 months old. We can expect them to start laying around like 4.5 to 5, depending on the breed. 6 months. These guys, these black ones that are over there, they lay, I think, closer to the 4.5 month range, while the others, they take a little bit longer. And those black ones also, they lay about 350. Guys, where you going? They lay about like 350 eggs per year, so they pretty much will lay year round. Ma'am. Oh, we're not doing this. Yeah, you should know better. Oh, sorry. I know all the pigeons out. Guys, come on. All right. Come on.
They're trying to get in.
We're just gonna gather. I know you want to go in. I know. There you go. Smart gal. So they're in. Sooner or later, well, the plan for them is that Bruce has an automatic door set up for them where he's gonna cut a hole out, I guess in that area, for them to exit. So there will be a metal round that will kind of give them access to all over the backyard through a tunnel that he's gonna use using hardware cloth, so they can free range without us having to worry that they're going to be in any way, shape, or form prey from the hawk that we just actually saw sweeping by, because they have a nice eye on these little birds. So here he's just setting that in. He's drilling them in. So You can see they're utilizing all the pieces of the girls' toy house. And there she is. Smells. The smell isn't as bad as you would think, given
It's horrendous.
we're not really changing the bedding. We're just adding more bedding and then rotating it. So it's kind of going to end up turning into compost, which we can use in planter boxes, which is great. So there's their food bucket, which works good too. And he's so curious. He's a good boy, my Jeji. She's a little concerned. She's nervous. So now, yeah, so he's drilling those boxes in. We have how many boxes? 4? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes. Are they all going to fit over there, or are you going to put on top of each other? Okay, so they're going to go on top of each other, which is pretty neat. And it'll be easy to access. There's 6 of them?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, nice. So that's where they are. That's kind of where the door is going to be to let them out. And every morning, actually, it's scheduled to open and close from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So there's not a hole yet because that trail kind of isn't ready for them. But they'll hear it and they kind of want to go out. So they do want a free range, which they gotta wait a little bit longer. They're still pretty young. They are only 2.5 months old. The black ones are actually 2 weeks younger because that was, I don't know if you recall in our earlier videos how we were mentioning how these birds Girl King ended up giving us because we were using that heating plate and they were just trampling each other under that heating plate. So we ended up switching over back to the heating lamps, which we had no casualties since then. We did burn stuff, but it was, I guess, a controlled burn because we caught it real quick, so nothing really escalated.
I burned.
So pretty much they're just going to be on top of each other, and that's where they're going to be laying their eggs. Inside, I believe we're going to just put some bedding in there so it's soft and they can roost in there and end up laying their eggs. And then we'll keep you updated as to how these guys are doing. But so far, they're doing pretty great. They're growing. They're happy. They are quiet for the most part at night. They all go to bed and we don't really have any issues with them, so that's fantastic. We're a little concerned that they would make a lot of noise, so the neighbors would complain, but so far so good. Being great. No problems so far. Haven't really escaped, so at least we know that everything's working out great. The only thing we do feel bad for is that they are digging on the bottom, and we did put that fake grass underneath the bedding, so they're not really going to get through. Plus they're on top of the floating deck that Bruce built, so there's no way for them to be digging on actual soil. So as soon as that tunnel is built, they'll be able to get to do that, which will be good. But that's it for now. Just gonna screw those in and we'll give you another update when maybe they start laying eggs. All right, bye.